Gentlemen, welcome back to the Tiege Hanley Starting a Business, Building a Brand vlog. This one, big number
240.
so you want to come in my office because this whole thing looks. So you want to see my big table? All right, it's a table of like crap, right? I've got water filters in there for my home. I've got glue. I've got a book that the gentleman from Carrot sent me. I got COVID test. I went to a wedding. I was best man in a wedding last weekend, and everything's good, right? Except the next day, Steven's date, who was sitting at our table, was like, "Hey, I got COVID." So just making sure before Antonio came into town that I didn't give him COVID. All right, so got wine. My birthday, Kelly, Tiege Hanley, thank you. Sent me 2 amazing bottles of wine. One is a Chianti, my favorite. Another one is a Chardonnay.
Thank you, Kelly. We'll drink them tonight.
Yeah, we're going out to a steak dinner tonight, steakhouse, because it's my birthday. You know how old I am?
46.
I'm 46, but I look good. Why do I look good for my age? You know the answer. Tiege Hanley. All right, I've got some Thursday boots. He's got some water, other stuff. Okay, so Antonio, I gotta put you to work.
Okay.
Because there was a question I've been putting off this question now for like 3 weeks. I had things come up, then Kevin Samuels died. I wanted to talk about that. We need to actually get you a chair. But this question is so solid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. What's the question?
No, I need you to get a chair.
I'm good.
No.
This makes my arms look huge.
No, it doesn't. Get a chair. All right. Let me read the question. Last week there were only 2 questions. I want to go through these questions, but then I want to hear a little bit about you. And what you're doing, and just give everybody an update. All right, so the question is from our friend Paul Clark from myfreightnetwork.com. He says, business question. Hey, Aaron and Antonio.
Yeah.
What's up? What's up, Paul? Thanks for being here, and thanks for enduring. As every week I'll be like, Paul, just copy and paste it. Anyway, here's the deal. I'm super excited and very appreciative to have both you guys tag team my question. Thank you. My business question is about copywriting and trademarking. At the end of Aaron's YouTube videos, he says, "We love you more than our double monk strap shoes." And I'm curious, in terms of this quote, what if somebody else used the exact same quote and you, Aaron, have a copyright or trademark on this phrase? So for example, am I not allowed to say that quote unless I mention Aaron in terms of copyright or trademark on that quote? Whether it's me saying it in a YouTube video or getting it printed on a t-shirt or using it on a website. I don't fully understand copywriting and trademarking and would like to have a better understanding of the mechanics of how it works. Thank you again, Paul. P.S. Happy birthday, Aaron. See?
Happy birthday.
See, that's why Antonio came into town.
Yeah,
now, Antonio actually came into town because why? You just wanted,
your birthday.
Well, that wasn't the reason.
I wanted to see you.
Well,
you wanted to see
it's
me.
been
We
like,
wanted to hang out.
Do you miss the Menfluential conference?
I do miss the conference.
Me
I don't
too.
miss the work, but I do miss the conference. Yeah.
Will we ever bring it back?
Maybe. I don't know.
No, we'll do something, but probably not to that degree or
I
level.
mean, if this video got like 100 likes, we'd probably bring it back. I set the bar low.
Yeah, drop it. All right, so here's the deal. Let's talk a little bit about copyright and trademark. The difference. Antonio, let me sit back and let you be smarter than me like usual.
So, not a lawyer, but I do play one on television. And I will say, so copyright, trademark, and patents. We hear these things tossed around. Most of us know patents. Okay, that's an invention. You file it with the patent office. Patent pending, we've all heard that term. So that's kind of separate. But copyright and trademark, those two get put together. So trademark is going to be smaller. It's going to be usually something that, think Disney. Think the Disney signature, and there's a little R with a circle, registered trademark. It's a small thing. You can also have a jingle be something that actually is a registered trademark.
Like Tiege Hanley, uncomplicated skincare for men.
You guys got the registered trademark.
We do.
Like and you would have to file this. That's when a company tries to protect it. Now, here's the key with this, is the company has to protect it. So that's why you hear companies saying, hey, don't say that you're Googling something. Google never wanted this because Google tries to protect its name. Xerox actually had this happen to it because now we used to think of Xeroxing something was to make a copy, but Xerox had to defend, no, that's the name of our branded company, but they are often synonymous. I know Huggies, Pampers in Ukraine is a general term for diapers, but Pampers, as we know, is a brand. So those are trademarks, and trademarks should be defended. If they're not defended and they become common in our lexicon, then all of a sudden they can lose, like the company can't control it anymore, and it becomes a verb. Now,
Like we couldn't trademark the term skincare, right? Because
Yes.
it's a general term that's
you
been
could
used for.
try to,
but
it
work.
wouldn't hold up in court, most likely, unless the court.
We actually at Tiege Hanley, there were 2 or 3 companies that started using uncomplicated in their sort of their material that we actually sent cease and desist. And there were some big companies that were starting to use that term uncomplicated. But anything that you get trademarked, you've got to basically file it. It's a legal filing that needs to occur, and then it needs to be analyzed, looked at, and approved in order to get it. So I've got for Pete and Pedro, I've got Bueno hair trademarked. I've got the name Pete and Pedro trademarked. I've got the stylized logo for Pete and Pedro trademarked. I've got the unstylized version trademarked. The Stubble Buddy trademarked. Enemy trademarked. Like the names of your businesses in like Enemy. Nobody can use the term enemy on anything sunglass related. But then recently I was also trying to get the trademark for apparel. But I didn't have anything with it written on it, and so I wasn't granted that trademark until I had t-shirts actually made with Enemy, the logo on it, but it wasn't just good enough to have it put on it. You've got to actually have it in commerce. And so I needed to put it up on my website for sale, applied for it, and then got granted the trademark. So nobody can use Enemy for sunglasses, anywhere, any type of eyewear or clothing or apparel. You're up.
Okay, so then copyright is
Different.
It's slightly different because this usually, and it refers to books, magazines, articles written, and
Videos.
Exactly, videos. Nowadays, new multimedia content. So even a TikTok video can technically be copyrighted, and this is just protection of creation.
And you have copyright protection whether or not you
File it or not.
Yeah. So if I make a YouTube video, because it is my original content and I created it, it's automatically protected. And so whenever you see you'll hear YouTubers talking about, I got a copyright strike. Sometimes it's music, right? Because it can be more than just video. It can be more than, it's any type of creative.
It protects the creator. So whether you're a writer, whether you're a rap artist, whether you are just a YouTuber, the idea is that you created something, it's wrapped as unique. Now, copyrights can, it's bendable in the sense of, you take Andy Warhol. He took pictures of Marilyn Monroe and then put colors of the Campbell's soup can and colored this thing up, and all of a sudden it became art. So that's where people are creating collages. They're creating, mixing videos together, mixing beats together, in the sense, creating something new.
Do you understand anything when it comes to...
We're not lawyers, by the way.
We are...
So
in case you didn't know, we're not lawyers. But in terms of the question, if I say, we love you more than a double monk strap shoes. That isn't trademarked. And so anybody obviously can say it. And even if I went and had it trademarked, other people can say it and use it, but they can't try to, I believe, monetize it. So I can say, just do it, Nike's slogan, but I can't.
Now you may have a case if somebody were to put that on a shirt and be making money with it, and you actually can show that, hey, I own and I created this and I made this slogan popular. In fact, I have proof that I was using this well before they created this and tried to make money. Again, this is where I think it gets into the lawyer territory, and they would probably look for precedent.
But here's the other interesting thing about trademark is that it's industry specific oftentimes. Mm-hmm. So uncomplicated, we've got that in skincare, but we don't have it in gardening tools or whatever. So when they are analyzing and reviewing, because when you submit something and file all the paperwork and documents in order to get something trademarked, they start looking. They do their due diligence in terms of the government to see, is it trademarked? And then from somebody else, and is there going to be possible confusion for us using uncomplicated and somebody else in the other industry possibly having like a tool company could have uncomplicated tools for men or whatever, and we could not have anything. We don't have any recourse because it's different industries, and you're not going to confuse.
Although Tiege Hanley kind of is a tool to make yourself more attractive.
Now, so shit, that just shot. I'm done.
Yeah.
Game over.
Yeah.
So to answer your question, I think we don't know. No, I'm kidding. I don't know. Did that make any sense whatsoever? The best idea, if you're confused about it, is probably Google search it, and I'm sure you probably already did. Or if you are somebody that wants to try to protect something, contact a trademark or a copyright attorney and ask them for their advice or feedback.
Yeah, great.
Good job.
Boom.
Boom. One more.
Boom.
Ow! Did I hit you?
No.
Now let's talk about you. Hold on, we got one more question. It's from our friend Kunlarj Sinjala. I always butcher the names, but here's the question. He says, "Hello, sir. Can you tell? Oh, by the way, if you've got a business question, start with business question and ask it. Next week I'll be solo, and so it won't be as good, but I will get to more of them. Anyway, our friend has a question. He says, hello, sir. Can you take us through the whole process of sponsorship on YouTube? Like how much you have to talk about a particular product, what to say and what not to say? Do you review your sponsorship promotion? How much they pay for promoting the product for one time and for promoting the product for as many times? Do you have to send back the product they send you for promoting?
It's a lot of questions.
It's a lot of questions. Yeah. Anyway, you want to talk a little bit about?
Yeah, we just talk about the process.
Yeah.
So, this goes back. I remember the first time you told me about sponsorship, it blew me away that a company would pay you to talk about a product that was actually pretty cool. So for me, it was a pair of shoes, double monk straps to be exact. And you said, hey, send them an invoice because I did one review and it did really well.
That's right. Antonio, you used to be the guy.
I would do it for free.
Everybody would be sending Antonio stuff, and he's such a nice guy. It's like, okay, I'll talk about your product. I'll do it.
But the thing is, I was running a business full time, trying to make money, and then I'm doing this just on the side, the YouTube videos. And
I remember who it was too.
Yeah, it was
Paul
Evans. Paul Evans.
And he was cheap, and he wouldn't.
Well, actually, it was something that he sent me some shoes. I did a review. It took me 6 months because, understand, I'm working a full-time job running my clothier, trying to make money. So I got to the video when I could. I did all this research, did the video, and all of a sudden it started creating sales for him. Within like 30 minutes, he called me and said, hey, I want you to make me another one. I'm sending you more shoes. And I'm like, I don't want more shoes because it took me 6 months to make that first video for these free shoes that I put a lot of effort and time editing the video.
The shoes were like $300 though.
Yeah, but his cost is a fraction of that. And my cost, though, there is a real cost, the video creator. So that's why, when you see your video creators doing a sponsorship, I think it's always, maybe tell them how they can do it better, but understand that a lot of them, like the YouTube AdSense does not pay as much as people think it does, especially on shorter videos. And if your channel hasn't really made it, in fact, a lot of these creators are getting almost nothing from AdSense. That being said, it is something I find that I receive and I test every product except for the ones that, like Roman, I do not have erectile dysfunction, so I haven't been using the product. That being said, I didn't do my research.
Sure, he doesn't.
The thing is, every product I get my hands on and I test and I believe in it to be able to talk about it. I rarely ever send the product back. I have, like, occasionally we get sent very expensive. I had like diamonds the other day sent to me for a particular sponsor. So
JamesAllen.com.
Yep, sent the diamonds right back, and they all have to be insured and stuff. But no, most of the time it's something that we keep. I continue to use. It pops up in video after video after video. Anson Belt and Buckle. Actually Ministry of Supply right here. These are brands that I wear and I use their stuff because I want it to be authentic. How much you get paid depends on your views. Also depends on the engagement in your audience. So those are two things. Some brands just come in and they want to do straight up, CPMs. They want to just say, hey, you're getting this many views, we'll pay you this amount. That's why over at Menfluential, we've got the Edelman brothers and Tom negotiating on our behalf because they say, hey, well, this is what we're going to do, and these guys have this deep relationship, and instead of us doing one deal for this, how about we spread and we do 6 deals over the next year, and you'll be able to get it for less. And I really like multiple deals. I know you do as well, Aaron, because we get to know the product, we get to understand what the brand wants, and we get multiple chances to be able to put them into content so that we can do well for the brand. Because sometimes we do a video and it just doesn't go anywhere. It doesn't get much traction. You guys just didn't like the video. No one wants to engage with it. So it can be a real disappointment for the sponsor and for us, because we always want to do right by you all and the sponsor. It's like we want to have a win-win here. But whenever I can do multiple videos,
it's like a batting average, right?
Exactly.
It's like you get up to bat, X number of times. You're going to have a few home runs. You're going to have a few strikeouts. You're going to have a few singles and doubles. But it's just about doing and getting up there multiple times. In terms of let's see. So I only promoted one product in my history that I did not believe in. And it wasn't that I believed in, I just was like, yeah, sure, I'll just take the money. And I knew immediately upon launching that video that it was the wrong decision, because I got annihilated. People did not like the product that I was promoting, and I took it down and I gave the people their money back. I said, I can't do this, I'm sorry. From that point, I knew I can only promote products that I truly believe in. Now, one thing that always kind of annoyed me was when, when I would promote like companies like Movement Watches or Vincero or some of these like, lower end like fashion watches, I would get so much shit. They're like, whoa, you wear a Rolex. I'm like, yeah, I do, but I can also afford one. Guess what? The 99% of my viewing audience, can't afford to wear a super nice watch, and I personally love the look and the feel and the everything about these kind of fashion watches. I think for me, it's not necessarily about the movement as it is about the feeling that you get when you wear a badass watch. And so knowing that, you've got to take your audience into consideration. Like the reason why I don't promote like leather bags is because, I personally feel like leather bags, even though I have a few and I love them, I feel like, asking and trying to tell an audience, hey, these are awesome and a great way to spend $300 if you're 24 years old, I don't know that really makes sense. And so for me, I avoid talking about things that won't connect or resonate with my audience. And so,
but I talk about leather bags all the time.
But he's got a different audience and demographic than I do.
Yeah.
And so what else? What other?
How much we talk about how much we get paid. Not going to be specific on numbers because it is something that really depends on the brand. It depends on how long we've worked with them, how many times we've worked with them. So we've got to keep some secrets here. But it is something we
thousands.
Yeah. But it is something that, again, you got to believe in the product. You got to make sure it's right for your audience. You've got to recently I've worked with a number of fragrance companies because I've just really gotten into fragrances. So it's very easy for me to talk about this and get deeper in on it and know that I'm going to be able to sell with authenticity.
For the record, I love fashion watches. I love all watches. I love Timex. I love watches. And so I just love the way they make me feel. What about you?
Yeah, I like watches. I have a big collection, but I only wear like a few watches now. I've got to probably just sell my watch collection because
I was thinking about that too.
Yeah,
but then
selling my watch collection.
Selling his watch collection. Actually, I got one of your watches.
You did.
Woo! I got a good. Maybe that's why I'm paying for dinner.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I bought one of Antonio's Rolexes off of him.
You did. Yeah.
He got it. I paid I think he made like $1,000 or $2,000 on me.
I got it before everything started jacking up. I got it full, just at their retail price.
And then he wasn't wearing it, and I said, hey, if you ever want to sell it, I'll buy it from you.
And at the time, it was worth, I think, like $2,500. It was $2,500 above because it was the value of it had already shot up.
Yeah,
sure.
So I ended up buying it from him, gave it to my wife, and now that watch is worth like 20 grand.
Yeah. Double what you paid for it. Yeah.
Ha! Sucker! Ooh. Anyway, all right, so here's the deal. If you have a business question down below, start it. Ask your question with business question and then ask it. So Antonio, tell the gentleman what you've been up to and what you're excited about moving forward. Where have you been?
I have been home, so just update on family. I had my 5th child not so long ago, 2 months ago.
My goddaughter.
Yeah, he's going to be the godfather. So we're going to have we'll do maybe something in Chicago. I may fly. We were going to go out to Ukraine, but that obviously has changed. Yeah, so I've had the Ukraine situation has really kind of thrown my life for a loop. I have my mother-in-law, my sister-in-law, my 2 nephews now living with me. They've been with us now for about 2.5 months, and just everything.
11 people.
11 people.
1 bathroom.
One full bathroom. We do have 2 toilets, but we have a relatively small house. The thing is like it's fine, and I have an office that I go to, but yes, I am looking to build a bigger house. So
11 people. 1 bathroom.
It's not that bad. I mean, I think it's Americans that get all crazy about, just like, everyone has to have their separate.
Now the truth is that his mother-in-law and sister-in-law and family were running from war and bombs and death, and so they'll deal with an uncomfortable bathroom.
Yeah, puts everything in perspective, especially, but on business side. The big thing I'm excited about, Mission Fragrances. I've been working on this. You bought a set, Aaron, when it first came out, and it's something that we've been working on, really improving the course, improving the product, and I'm slowly rolling this out. I'm frustrated that it goes as slow as it does. We're developing an app I just really haven't seen anyone connecting the science of scent, helping men be able to wear, not a fragrance, but a scent trigger, something that actually puts you in the zone. So if you're a high performance athlete, if you're just simply a business guy that wants to be just feel really confident giving a presentation to your boss's boss, if you want to just, you guys have probably heard of, all the, I could go on and on about this, let's just say, but this is something that, I'm working on. And you
did well. You launched your fragrance. Yeah. It was a new business that you've been talking about fragrances for a long time.
Yeah. And this was really cool to come out with our own product in a unique angle with it as well. I view this as a blue ocean, the idea of neuralistic, just programming, the idea that you can connect smell with certain feelings and be able to command it, basically to put that fragrance on and immediately go to that state of mind. I find this stuff really interesting. And again, fragrances, I haven't seen a single fragrance house really doing anything like this, what we're doing. So it's why I get excited about the space.
What else?
We updated our website. This was about a year ago, but we're going through improving over 2,000 articles, making it so that men can be able to dress better, use our infographics. And we're going to be revamping the channel, doing more storytelling, a little bit longer videos. I've got a consultant that I've worked with before that's helping us go through the channel and put out, I think, deeper, richer, history-based videos that bring in a little bit more science and go a little bit, I do a lot of listicle videos, and we're trying to pull away from that, pull back on reaction videos, instead going with videos that are going to have a lot more research, kind of back to the professor style stuff.
Got it. Well, good. Gentlemen, I think that's where we're going to wrap things up, because you have a mastermind that you are leading in about 10 minutes.
True.
And I need to edit this because we're going out to dinner tonight. Gentlemen, that's where we're going to wrap things up. Thank you so much for being here. We love you more than our Dove Monk Strap shoes. And Antonio, thanks for being my birthday present.
Yeah.
Later.